Now, the Uttar Pradesh government has called a meeting of all the EV makers in India tomorrow. Now, this comes after a waiver of road tax on hybrid cars. Mahindra & Mahindra has also cleared the air on its price cuts. Tushar is joining us now. Tushar, give us a broad sense of what's happening on this.
So, Nupur, the Uttar Pradesh government, as you rightly pointed out, has called a meeting of all its Indian EV makers, as in the stakeholders of electric mobility in India, tomorrow. Now, that includes the likes of Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai, Tata Motors, Mahindra & Mahindra, as well as Toyota, some of them who have electric cars in their portfolio and some of them who do not have, and other EV makers maybe in the two-wheeler space or in the three-wheeler space. Now, this is significant, so to speak, because it comes a few days after the Uttar Pradesh government waived off the road tax on on hybrid vehicles, strong hybrid vehicles in the state, which comes to the benefit of Maruti Suzuki and Toyota. Remember, both these companies have about 4 strong hybrid cars in the market. Speaking of the waiving of the hybrid tax on the hybrid cars, Mahindra & Mahindra has actually clarified that the XUV 700 price cut that was announced last night hasn't got to do anything with the waiving of the road tax or to do with the unsold inventory that the company has at this point of time. The company says that the price cut was aimed at rationalizing the prices to drive growth. Essentially, there was a 4 lakh gap between the AX5 variant and the AX7 variant. Now that has reduced about 2 lakh rupees. So that is aimed at pushing up the volumes. There will be no impact of the price cut. There will be increased manufacturing capacity for the XUV 700 to keep up with the demand. But channel checks show that there is some bit of inventory that is lying over of the AX7 variant, that is the top end variant. Nupur.
All right, Tushar, do stay with us. Now, let's also talk about the price war that we are witnessing in the auto space, specifically in this mid-size segment, under which, of course, the XUV also falls. So, tell us a bit more about the cars that are essentially in demand in this particular space.
So, it's rightly pointed out. So the point is, the 15 to 20 lakh rupees bracket is the mid-size SUV category, and that's where all the action is taking place. Remember, last night or just yesterday, Tata Motors as well as Mahindra reduced prices of their mid-size SUVs. In the case of Tata, that's the Harrier as well as Safari, and the Mahindra & Mahindra, that's the XUV 700 AX7 variant. If you look at, and of course, Maruti and Toyota's hybrid SUVs, that's the Grand Vitara as well as the Hyryder, also stand to benefit from that price revision that will come in because of the tax waiver seen in Uttar Pradesh. Not across the country, but at least in that state, which is actually the 3rd largest auto sales market in the country. So in that sense, the hybrids are inching a bit ahead in terms of the price competition that is there, and the Mahindras are lagging a bit, which is the priciest, so to speak, in that space. Creta is the benchmark, so to speak, in the mid-size SUV space. Tata has the best-selling SUVs in the market, both in Nexon and the Punch. So essentially a very packed market, a very exciting market, a lot of action that is happening in this space. How it spills over because of the inventory issues that we are seeing. People are saying that the inventory levels that are high in the luxury SUV segment may also spill over into the compact SUV segment going ahead into in the second half of the year.
All right. Thank you very much, Tushar, for joining us and bringing us all those details.